Hey everybody, Kern here from HomeRecordingWeekly.com. We are back with more AUDIFIED plugins. These are the STA effects, and let me take you over to the website. STA effects are $49, and you get a set of summing tube processors that are affordable. These things are very cool, and you know, DAWs come with effects. We all know that. You can get choruses and flanges and things like that, but they're not as programmable and as feature-packed as effects you can get from other manufacturers, and these are amazing. The features are you can have an all-wet, you can have a tap that you can, like a tap delay or something like that. Tremolo, whatever the effect is, you can tap it in, or you can sync it to your song, the BPM. And as you can see, you get 4 sets of waves, and these have an analog tube kind of sound to them, even though they're digital plugins. And as you can see here, there's 4 or 5 presets. You get presence, vintage, brown, white, and lo-fi. And we're going to go through some of these. I have it set on a Mellotron in this song. This is the chorus, and there's an enhancer. Think a rack gear manufacturer that makes a kind of low-end and high-end cleaning tool that makes things more focused and pronounced. Maybe back in your live touring days, you guys had one. Well, that's what this is. It makes the lows and the highs just punch through, and it's leaves it very clear. There's a flanger and there's a phaser. We're going to get back to the chorus, and we're going to try some of these out real quick. And again, this is from AUDIFIED, and these guys make some very cool plugins. They make all kinds of effects, EQs, compressors, mastering tools, all kinds of stuff, and it's all extremely good and extremely affordable. So let's check this song out. I'll mute my mic. So I just raised the volume of this Mellotron, Mellotune, whatever you want to call it, from TuneTrack, and I have these effects on this. So I'm going to bypass and then play it and then bring them in. Instantly, it sounded different. It sounded better in my book, but maybe not to you. What I noticed was the stereo field opened and movement was introduced in this. Now I'm going to go ahead and solo my microphone, and I'm going to go ahead and solo what's going on over here, and we're going to check it out. I'll bypass it, and then I will turn it on. So I'm just going through the knobs. That's the width and the intensity that I altered. Let's go through the speed, width, intensity, and waveform real quick. That is some pretty cool sounding features. And again, there's a tap in here for if you want to sync it to something or BPM, you can. You can bring the meters in and out, which is really cool. And then over here, this wet only function. It removes the dry signal. That's all it's doing. It removes the dry signal. So you can have this set up as a serial or a parallel effect in just a push of a button. And that was cool. So that is going to stay on my recording forever because I think it sounds so good. Let's check out the enhancer. you probably noticed immediately the mellotron just cut. And you know, I'm going to bring in the rest of the mix so you can hear it for yourself when I do that. And it does go up in volume. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it's the saturation, of course, but it's the low and the high process that's happening. Now, I'll solo it and then bring it in and out, and then I'll take it to the extreme. I have it set on a loop here. It's probably a little long. You hear how the lows just come through better, clearer, stronger, more reinforced. Let's do the highs. This is like one of those old rack units I was talking about. I can't say the name because I don't think that's what this is trying to replicate. I think it's doing its own job of that. But it's like one of those old things we find in a lot of guitar racks that, you know, clean up the lows, clean up the highs, and make it very enjoyable. Next, let's listen to the Flanger. I think it's pretty darn cool that you can bring the meters in and out, the input and the output here, and really dial this thing in the way you like it. But I'm just using my ears, and I just love the different flavors. So all of you guys and girls out there that are doing, you know, VI stuff, and you don't like the effects that are in your, you know, your guitar and bass software, then these guys got some cool stuff. Now, I also do live sound, and I think these are going to be amazing on vocals, and in my recordings too. I am a guy that loves to put flanger and chorus on vocals and stuff, and I also like to bring in saturation and distort the crap out of them. These are the first things I'm going to reach for. So let's try this. This is the phaser. We'll see what we get here. Well, I just love how these AUDIFIED effects, the phaser, the chorus, the enhancer, and the flanger, they help bring movement to a pretty sterile track, as you can see. It makes a track more interesting. It can help a track cut, especially if you use the enhancer. I'm amazed at how well this thing works. It's voodoo magic, and I love it. And you know, these are extremely affordable. For $49, you get all of these effects in one package. So you can't really go wrong, guys. You know what? I will have links. If you're watching this on YouTube, head over to homerecordingweekly.com. The links will be in the description there on YouTube to the actual post, where I will have a lot more. I'll have links for you and stuff like that over there. So please check it out. My name's Kern. I post homerecordingweekly.com. And this has been the STA effects from AUDIFIED.